You are scared of growing up. You want to date, but you're too socially anxious. You get jealous of Emily. You are single and ready to mingle. You lied for years about having recovered from your ED. You are vibing with someone right now. I assume they mean like, I don't know, in like a relationship-y sense. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. As you can tell from the title, I am filming an assumptions about me challenge style video. We haven't done one of these in a while, so I asked you guys on Instagram as usual to send in your assumptions about me. I also feel like this is the most summery I've looked in a video, at least this year anyway. I haven't worn this top in a while, and this is like the necklace of 2021. Okay guys, I love this necklace and these earrings, but this necklace Dad got for Emily and I. He got us the same necklaces when we were a lot younger, and yeah, we're just gonna get into this video. I hope you enjoy it. Give it a thumbs up if you do, comment down below, subscribe, the usual. And yeah, let's start with this one. So somebody said you are scared of growing up. No shade, I was 2. So I would say this was true. This is no longer true. I'm in my 20s now, like I'm 23, and I am growing up. Like everyone grows up and time doesn't slow down. But I've recently come to terms with the fact that it's okay to mature and it's okay for you to change, your body to change, your mindset to change. For a very long time I didn't want to grow up. Like I wanted to look the same. I didn't want to change physically and I didn't want to change mentally, and I had a really hard time letting go of that. But honestly, like the feeling of letting go and just being more chilled with growing up and maturing and accepting that things are not going to stay the same has just been the most like liberating feeling. So yeah, I was scared, but I'm no longer scared. I'm actually really excited for the rest of my 20s and yeah, to just see what happens, because I think that's the best thing of life, right? The spice of life is spontaneity. Although I'm not like the most spontaneous person, I'm trying to be more spontaneous, right? Somebody said you actually are not a big fan of the UK. That is false. I actually love the UK. Although I complain about the UK, especially the UK weather all the time, I think that's just part of being British. Everything else, I just love the UK. Like I love London, I love where I live, I love the countryside, I love the vibe, and I've grown up here. So yeah, I do love the UK. I am a fan. You want to date, but you're too socially anxious. Now, I don't know whether I'm like someone who'd want to like go on a ton of dates and stuff, and you know, I'm not looking for a relationship or anything like that at all. So yeah, I don't think the fact that I'm not dating is because I'm like socially a bit awkward and anxious. I just feel like I'm not the type of person who wants to date, and you should only do what you want to do, right? Obviously to me, going on a date would be so scary. I've never dated or been on a date, so yeah, it would be very interesting. It would be an experience, we can say that. Okay, somebody said you work out every day. That is not true. I do not work out every day. The next assumption is secretly wanting to try the curly girl method. This is not a secret. Like I genuinely want to try the curly girl method because I really do think my hair could be curly. I've recently started to watch a ton of TikToks where people show their hair transformation, and I am in awe of those videos. Like I am honestly like, wow. And so I want to try it. It's not a secret, but it's just the fact that I haven't had the time and the energy to put into trying the curly girl method at the moment. That's why I haven't tried it. So yeah, I've been recently trying to see which products I'm gonna get, like which conditioner and you know, like which styling products I need. And on the topic of like trying new things, buying new products, stuff like that, I just wanted to say thank you to Honey for basically sponsoring this video. Look at that smooth segue into the ad of today's video. I have spoken about Honey on my channel before and you guys may be familiar with it, but it's basically your online shopping tool. I use Honey all the time, and everyone in the household and my family uses Honey. It's like the easiest thing to use, and it's the best thing for you to use if you like want to get a bit of a discount. It's just this small orange button that like sticks in the top right, is that right? Yeah, like the right hand side of your browser. It's just this orange button and it does its thing when you're like shopping online. So you're browsing, you're searching for products that you want, you're adding things to your basket, and then basically Honey pops up and it searches the internet, it searches for a discount code, and it will apply a discount code and hopefully save you money. On average, it gets you about 18% discount, which is like really good, and it has like over 100,000 5-star Google reviews. It's also 100% free, so it's like free savings. If you're someone that does like a lot of online shopping, you you should definitely get it. But also if you just do online shopping here and there, like myself, you should still definitely get it, because any saving is better than no saving, right? So if you want to get honey, and I highly recommend you do, because as I said, it's free and it's so easy to download, just go to joinhoney.com/Holly, and that is linked in my description box. And as I said, it's free. You just click a few buttons to install it onto your browser and it does its thing. Jumping back to the assumptions then, the next one is you get jealous of Emily. This is a straight up no. I don't get jealous of Emily at all. I would say that we were definitely a lot more competitive with each other when we were younger, when we were growing up, and we literally did everything together. Like, we went to school together, we went to dance together, we were literally with each other all the time. So I feel like there may have been a bit of jealousy involved back then, but we never really spoke openly about it, and I don't think we would ever have admitted to it. I can only obviously speak from my perspective, and I can definitely say that it was never kind of jealousy on any like major crazy scale. As I said, it was just a bit more of competition between us. But yeah, now we have quite different lives. We are still so similar in so many ways, but you know, we have grown to appreciate that we are different people, and we're not going to have the same opinions, we're not going to look the same, we're not going to like the same things and do the same stuff. And that has just again been like a really nice feeling for both of us, like really liberating in a sense, because I feel like in the past, especially with dance, we were always associated as a pair, as sisters, and we were kind of never really treated as individuals. So I feel like that's answered the question. I don't know if I've gone off on a bit of a tangent. Anyway, somebody said you're planning to travel after finishing your masters. That's so funny you said that, because I literally had a conversation with Emily about an hour ago about this, and in short, I would say the answer is yes. Yeah, deep down I do have a plan. I do know exactly what I want to do. I'm not gonna really spill anything yet, but I know what I really want to do, and that's because I know that I'm gonna enjoy that. And so yeah, traveling is definitely on the cards. You are vibing with someone right now. I assume they mean like, I don't know, in like a relationshipsy sense? No, the answer is no. The next question, kind of on the same topic, is you are scared of intimacy. Well, you're scared as hell of intimacy. I would say yes, I definitely am. I am not a touchy-feely person at all. Like, I'm not really someone to, you know, give a lot of hugs. Even though I try to, I feel like my hugs are very awkward. I'm the type of person that, you know, if you get on, I don't know, public transport or something, like if I'm on a train, in the era of COVID, you know, everyone has masks on, it's 100% safe and stuff, but you know, if I'm sitting next to someone on a train, I don't like to be touching that person next to me, and I hope this is not just me.
I like squish up right on one side of my seat so I'm not touching this person, so I'm like as far away from this person that I can be.
And it's never anything against that person. I do it with anyone. I literally just don't want to be touching the person next to me, especially if they are a stranger. It's okay if they're like a family member or a friend and I know them, but I'm just not a touchy-feely person. And so to answer this assumption, yes, intimacy, especially in like a sexual way, is just like, whoa. I'm just a bit like, do I know how I'm gonna deal with that, if I'll deal with that, I don't know. You prefer the company of animals over people is the next assumption. Ooh, I would say that's not true. Like, I don't prefer animal company over people company, as strange as that sounds, but I am definitely someone who loves animals. Like, I am such an animal lover. I always have been. I know Milka is not really listening to me, but there is this part of my brain that thinks she's listening to me, and so I can just talk and talk about anything and everything, and I know it's not going to go anywhere. She's not going to go and share my secrets with anyone. It stays between myself and Milka, and yeah, that's what I love about animal company. However, as I said in the last assumption, I'm not the most intimate person, and you know, I am introverted, but I do appreciate human connection, and I have grown to appreciate a lot in the last 2 years. Yeah, I value them both for sure, but I am just definitely an animal lover. Like, I'm a crazy animal lover. Okay, you still have plushies from your childhood. Plushies, we've called them like soft toys, not plushies, but yes, I do still have some soft toys from my childhood, just because I couldn't bear to like donate them and give them away when we had a big sort out like ages ago. So yeah, that is true. You shave your body just because you feel like you need to. No, I shave my body and I like remove hair from my body because I just want to. Like, it should always be a choice, but for me, I do it because like I want to. I personally feel more comfortable when Like I epilate my armpits or I epilate my legs, you know, it's just a personal choice for me. And yes, I have grown up dancing, so I kind of started doing it because, you know, I was wearing leotards and tights, and so I felt as if I had to, but I think I would have done it anyways. The next assumption, you hate it when someone enters your room when you're working. Now, if I said that wasn't true, that would be me lying. But I wouldn't say I hate it. Like, hate is a very, very, very strong word. And I don't like to use the word hate a lot, because I think it takes a lot to hate something. So I would say I get slightly frustrated or a bit annoyed when someone enters my room when I'm working, when I'm like busy working. But my family definitely knows that now. They know that if Holly is working in her room, they most of the time will just stay away, because I'm not the nicest of people. I'm gonna be totally honest when I'm working and when I'm in my zone. And yeah, I do feel bad sometimes because I can get a bit like snappy and uptight about things when I really shouldn't. But like if I'm working and I'm trying to concentrate, I do like to just be in my own zone. So when people just randomly barge in, I'm a bit like taken aback and a bit frustrated. And if people do disturb me, that's totally fine. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, you can't come in at all. I think I may have said that once to Dad. But I just have to be at a point when I can stop working. Anyway, whatever. That's just the way Holly is, okay? And yeah, no further comment. You've never been as happy with your life as you are now. This is a really nice one, and I would agree with this. I have not been in a better place, and I'm just so happy with where I am right now. You follow a very restrictive diet thinking it's healthy. No. As I've been talking a lot about, I have become so much more comfortable with myself, my body, what I'm eating. Even when I first went vegan, my diet was so much more diverse than when I wasn't vegan. As a vegan or someone who follows like a plant-based diet, yes, they just eat plants or predominantly plants, you know, but there are so many plants in this world, like so many plants, and that's just like the best thing. You basically eat the rainbow. There is so much you can eat as a vegan because there are so many plants. The next one is short and sweet. You are cool. I would say I'm a cool person. I think everyone's cool in their own way, so yeah, I can call myself cool. It may not be conventionally cool, but I still think I'm a cool person, so we're gonna say yes. Somebody said you'd love to get back into dance but aren't sure where to start. This is like so true, and I couldn't have said it in a better way. I am so like ready to go back to dance, or not go back to dance, but I just really want to dance again, and I really want to get back into it, but I don't know where to start. So yeah, I'm hoping after my masters finishes I will be able to get back to dancing again, because I really miss it, and I find myself dancing all the time and just wanting to be in a studio dancing. Okay, the next one is a funny one. You stick your leg out of the blanket while sleeping, specifically only one leg. I would genuinely love to film myself sleeping, because I don't know how I sleep. I feel like I sometimes stick one leg out if I'm a bit hot, and as this person said, it's specifically one leg, but then I feel like when I actually fall asleep, that leg comes back in the duvet. I just always feel so exposed if I don't have like my duvet cover fully over me. The next assumption is you still struggle a lot with body image. This again is not true. I would say that for a long time, yes, I have struggled with body image, and I am going to be doing a whole video where I kind of talk about my eating disorder and stuff like that. But as I said before, I am in such a good place right now. I've never been like happier in my own skin, and one of the best things that I can sit here and say is that, you know, in the past, if I'd say one day be having a bad day and I'd look at myself in the mirror and I'd not like what I'd see, it would get me down for the rest of the day. Whereas now, if I look at myself in the mirror and like a negative thought maybe crops up, it doesn't happen very often at all anymore now, but if it does happen, I can sit here and say that I have the mental strength to now shut that thought down, basically talk back to myself and say, no, like, Holly, you look great, you are great the way you are, and you don't have to change anything. And I am so like happy I finally found the strength to do that. Like, I can literally punch those thoughts and be like, no, that's not true. Like, what I'm telling myself is wrong. Like, what that part of my brain is telling me is wrong. I've never been able to do that in the past, and it's like a new power. It's not as simple as this, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of work. But I feel like now I'm in a place where I can just, you know, shut those thoughts down and just get rid of them. To be able to sit here and say that is the best thing. You went to a very good grammar school. I went to a grammar school, yes, and I would say that the school I went to was, yeah, it was a good school. I was so happy to be at that school. I loved that school. I would not be where I am today had I not gone to that school. Some days I'm just like, I wish I could go back for one day to experience school again, but it's kind of like bittersweet, so yeah. The next one is interesting. Somebody has said, sometimes you wish you weren't vegan. This is not true at all. Like, I have never not wanted to be vegan. I love being vegan. It's part of me. It's part of who I am, and it always will be. There are always going to be people that judge me for that and hate on me for that, but like, no, it's just like a huge part of my life. Somebody also said something similar, like, you've secretly eaten meat even though you're vegan. Like, no, I have no urge to eat meat or any animal products. You feel uncomfortable wearing dresses? Kind of random, but you're right in the fact that it's very rare to see me wearing a dress. The crazy thing is, right, is when I was growing up, I always wore dresses. I was such a dressy girl, but now I just don't wear very many dresses at all. I don't know why. Like, I think there are a lot of reasons why I don't wear dresses. If I wear a dress or like a skirt, I have to wear shorts underneath, and if I don't, I'm always scared of it like blowing up. I have such awful visions of this happening, everything being on show, and oh my gosh, that like freaks me out. And yeah, that is one thing. Another thing is, if I wear a dress, I feel as if I'm dressing up, and I often don't dress up, and I feel like I'll look a bit out of place. I don't even have very many dresses that I can just wear casually. Another thing is, because I don't wear dresses very much at all, I feel like if I put on a dress, everyone would be like, oh my gosh, you're wearing a dress, and it would draw so much attention to me, and I don't want that. So yeah, as you can see, there are lots of reasons why I don't wear dresses, but maybe I should get some more dresses, because as you guys know, I'm trying to like be a bit more creative with my style and stuff. So yeah, maybe I should get like a nice dress. The next assumption is, you are single and ready to mingle. With a wink face. I love that. I have a few things to say. Basically, the first thing is, I genuinely believe that some of the best relationships, you know, they kind of just like crop up quite spontaneously. People are getting on with their life, and then suddenly this person walks into their life and they change their life, you know, they add something to their life, they add something really special to their life, and even though they weren't looking for it, you know, they couldn't say no to it. So I genuinely believe that people find themselves in amazing relationships when they're not looking for something. The second thing I want to say about this is, what did I want to say? I had it in my head and then it went. You're single, ready to mingle? Okay, the second thing to say is, I don't really want to get myself into anything right now, because I just want to finish my masters. Right now, I just don't think I have the time for it. Somebody has said, you lied for years about having recovered from your ED. Eating disorder, basically. I am going to do a whole video about this, as I said. I, in short though, would say that I wasn't lying about being recovered. I just would say that I didn't know what being recovered felt like. So I can genuinely sit here now and say that I am recovered from my eating disorder, and I've only kind of really recently reached this point in my life. But in the past, as I said, I just didn't know what it felt like to feel completely free from an eating disorder. And what I can tell you is, it's the best thing. It's the best thing in the whole entire world. Yeah, I wish I could go back and change things, but I can't. So yeah. The next question is, you don't want to have children. With this one, you can obviously never say never, but right now I don't think I want to have children. The last two assumptions. The first one is, you find running easy. Some days running can feel really good and it can feel pretty easy. Other days it feels so hard, like so hard. So this is a yes and a no. I don't go out on a run and find every single run I do easy. But anyway, the final one is, you don't have any best friend who knows all of your secrets. This is true, but I would say that my best friend and my soulmate and my sister is obviously Emily, and Emily is that person. She fulfills all of those roles, and so she is the person that would know everything about me, or pretty much knows everything about me. I don't have a best friend who is not someone who's part of my family, who I share all of my secrets with. Basically, I have friends, but I've never had like a best friend. So yeah, those are all the assumptions. We got through quite a few. I don't think I took any of that to heart, which is good, because sometimes you can read an assumption and you can be like, whoa, you take it really personally, but that was actually okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely give it a thumbs up, as I said at the start, if you enjoy it. Comment down below, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when it uploads. And again, like, thank you to Honey for sponsoring the video. If you want to download Honey, you can click the link in my description box. And yeah, as always, I will speak to you very soon in another video. Bye!